Okay, hello, I'm here with Alex from The Spicy Chef today, and we're just going to be chatting through what Spicy Chef is and where it's going and what you're doing with it. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so Alex, could you just give us a quick overview of what Spicy Chef is, maybe some history?
Yeah, certainly.
Just
Cheers.
as the company in general.
So Spicy Chef was set up in its current formation back in October 2012. My dad had left financial services and during the recession and had an opportunity to do what he's always loved doing, which is get back into cooking. He started off by putting some recipe books together, and what happened is he needed someone to sort of help sell those, because he thought, right, I'm going to made all these recipes, need to put the books together, how am I going to sort of market this and sort of get this out to the public? So we decided to go with sort of a digital download version, and I created a website to try and sell that, and lots of family and friends bought it, which was really good. We were like, yes, this is going well, we need to get out there a bit more, and we realised we need to be a name, we need to be a someone, and to do that we had to get around to doing some actual cooking for people. Something Dad had done in the 90s when I was born to try and sort of get some extra cash flow going during that recession then.
Yes, yeah.
And this time around we had an opportunity to do it sort of in a more, with a larger vision.
Okay.
So we went from the recipe books to our local corner store. Shopkeeper Sonny, bless him, said, Dave, mate, make some curries, I'll put them in the freezer and we'll sort of get something going. So I went through all the sort of paperwork, the health and safety, all the setting up a company, etc. All these things to do and putting the labels together to make these frozen ready meals. And they went really well. We had about 10 or 12 shops supplying those in Maidenhead area, including the one Raymond Liquor Store just over the road here. But yeah, so that was going really well. It was really big, and that was all done without any car as well at the time, because we had to get rid of our old car because that was just costing so much money to run. So we had real grit and determination. I said, whatever it takes, I'm going to walk around with a cool box around Maidenhead to make this happen. And we then sort of managed to get hold of a car, which was really helpful. And we had Dad had sort of a light bulb moment when we were at Taplow Car Boot selling our old bric-a-brac, and said, I should not be selling bric-a-brac, I should be selling food. So, course of about 2 months, I'd sort of gone down to the local market in the High Street. I sort of asked the traders there, where do I buy gazebo, who do I need to talk to be here, what do I need to do? And they're all very helpful, which was really awesome, and credit those guys down there. And we had a tent set up in Maidenhead High Street, 1st of November 2012. And we sold some snacks, and feedback was positive.
Of course, you just went on from there.
Yeah, since then we've carried on doing the curries, but on a small basis, because we've sort of focused more on the markets. So we're in Maidenhead High Street every Thursday and every Saturday. On Thursdays we have it's quite a lunchtime market really, so we have sort of curries and snacks, and the main time is between sort of 12 and 2.
Do you get people from offices?
It's mainly an office client.
Yeah.
And so the food's available from sort of 9 till 5 officially, but the lunchtime rushes in the lunchtime. And then Saturday we're also in the High Street, and more recently we've added our barbecue line of food as well. So we're now doing chicken wraps and Cajun spice burgers, and those went down really well yesterday. So Dad had his tent doing this sort of the curries and the snacks, and I had my tent doing the barbecue stuff.
Oh, cool! So you've doubled your business so far.
Yeah. No, it's been really exciting.
So you basically built this whole brand around your dad's and your own love of food, and it's just kind of spiraled on from there.
Absolutely. It's always been Dad's dream to be sort of involved in food on a full-time basis, as his passion. Yeah. So the Spicy Chef is his idea in its creation. I had.
So who is the official Spicy Chef? Is it?
Dad is the Spicy Chef.
Okay.
He is the Spicy Chef. Yeah. Some people call me Spicy Chef Junior, but he is the original
Baby
Spicy
Chef.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. What's your role in Spicy Chef? Is it?
So for me personally, I kind of do everything that Dad doesn't, and we also do some of the similar things. So Dad is like creative side of it. So he's the one who's designing the recipes. He's one who'll be sort of developing them on an ongoing basis, and generally I kind of do everything else, but there's a lot of jobs out of those everything else, there's a lot of things we share. I'll always talk to him about all those topics, so that'll be sort of doing the business accounts, doing the marketing, doing the sales is my speciality inside of it. I love going to meet clients, presenting the menus, getting an idea, getting a feel for what they're really after and how they want the event to run, and really sort of getting that understanding, and that always pushes me to try and do something different and try and find new products or new venues or new styles and ways of doing things.
So you're always out and about looking for new clients, new opportunities?
Absolutely, and I've been in contact with local PTAs recently, Parent Teacher Associations of schools. We've done a quiz night with Cook and Dean at school for the last 3 years.
Oh, cool.
Run by one of the parents there.
So as well as the high street stuff, you do corporate and external events as well?
We're doing sort of more corporate events. Everything's building really nicely. We've got corporate clients, we do quite a few private parties. A lot of these things are sort of one-offs, so the corporate stuff is becoming more regular now. Yeah, sort of special birthdays or weddings as well.
So cool.
We did after.
What's your favourite to do? You're very good at running the high street thing, and you've become that typical high street trader. But you obviously have to transform into a different person for the corporate. So which mode do you prefer?
What do I prefer? If I'm honest, I enjoy all of it. The thing I really enjoy is meeting the clients and the sales, and it's just a sales interaction. Whether it's trying to sort of encourage someone to buy a chicken wrap, or whether it's saying someone, would you like to do sort of a dinner party for you and your friends.
It all requires the same basic.
It's just the basic skill levels,
okay,
and then because I enjoy what I'm doing, any things that are sort of slightly less exciting, I try and sort of find a way to make them exciting. Or do the accounts and just saying
inject some excitement.
Exactly. I just kind of say, right, well, here's my target. I want to get this done because I'm going to feel really good when it's done, and I like things being organised and tidy.
Yeah.
And that's generally the way I try and run the stalls as well. With food, we're always keeping things always have to be clean anyway, but the more tidy things are, the more presentable they are.
Sure. Yeah.
And every aspect of the business, I use that as an encouragement really to sort of be getting up stupidly early on a Wednesday to do some cooking, or sort of early on at the weekend to do some markets.
It takes a lot of commitment and dedication to do these sorts of things, because it doesn't you can't just turn up at the market with.
It's amazing the number of people we've had over the last couple of years who've said, "Oh, I'd love to do something similar," and I always welcome them with open arms. They're wicked, and they'll say, "What do I need to do?" And I say, "Well, you need to ring this lady to get permission. You need to do this to make sure you've got a record of all your health and hygiene. You need to do this to set up a business, or you need to have some sort of record of how it's all going." There's a long list, and you need to have a passion, because a passion is what's going to get you out of bed in the morning when it's thundering down with rain and when there's ice on the road.
Yeah, totally.
A good idea doesn't get you that far.
No, quite.
It needs to be backed up with that involvement with it.
Okay, so you've come from quite an interesting background, Alex, in that you sort of skipped the whole university boat and launched yourself straight into spicy chef stuff, amongst other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So how have you've picked all this up yourself? What's been the most exciting parts, the most challenging parts of that for you?
The most challenging part for me was when I made the first decision to be sort of semi-self-employed at the time. Was it sort of my first day of the second year of A-levels, when I'd been looking at some business opportunities over the summer. I decided not to go join the Royal Navy, which was my original path and focus, and I said, right, I'm going to sell audio weight loss hypnosis CDs to personal trainers. Just to have something to do.
That's the first thing I'd think of when
I bought the master reproduction world rights to this product. So I could reproduce it. I could even rebrand it if I wanted to. I didn't get that far. I sort of thought, I'm not going to claim to be some sort of magician or hypnosis person. I'm going to let someone else claim that. They have done that. I haven't. I'm going to market their product. And from that, I sort of got involved with a very nice couple who I said, right, this is me, I'm going to sell you a CD. And they said, actually, do you want to try this instead? And that was Utility Warehouse. And that was a utilities company. And I became a distributing agent for them for 6 months. As well, you're self-employed. You've got no pay or salary, but you get a percentage of every time you sign someone up, whether it be for sort of energy, electricity, gas, or phones. I did that for 6 months. Again, I was jumping on trains and buses and getting lifts off people. I didn't have a car at the time. I hadn't learned how to drive. I did that like last year. So I was determined to make this happen, whatever it was. And my plan was just make £1 million in the first 6 months or a year and go and chill out in Greece or something, and work out what to do with my life.
So you're off to Bahamas next weekend?
Almost, yeah. So it's a work in progress. I like to think it's good. So from that, I did a bit of Utility Warehouse. Throughout this time, Dad had sort of left financial services. He then needed help doing some other business projects. Wasn't quite Spicy Chef yet. I helped him put a website together for my first website actually, called to sell. We got the rights to resell a digital download for a book called How to Be a Millionaire. Or How to Have a Millionaire Mindset, I think was actually the title. This is quite ironic because we mentally, but not physically, we're not millionaires at the time, and selling this book felt like a bit of a strange thing to be doing, but we did it, and we sold one book, I think, to someone who we didn't know, which was a good achievement. So it was like, yes, this can work. And I literally ran into the front room because I'd seen a sale happen on our website that we'd done. I was like, Dad, you'll never guess what? Dad, I thought, what, you made 10 grand? I was like, no, we've got one sale at $10.99 or something.
It's a start.
It was a start, and I thought, crumbs, the website looked like a kid's scrapbook. Okay. I kind of knew that at the time. Yeah. Although I just thrown it out there, and I thought, if we can sell one product with that poor presentation, but a hell of a lot of drive, if we just get a better presentation and keep the drive going, then we can certainly achieve something. Exactly. And we built another website, which is, again, a lot of this website stuff it's fairly easy, drag and paste stuff, but it was good. A lot of copywriting and how to sort of market and sales talk. And then gradually Dad moved on to see that these other products of other people's weren't selling very well, and he had always only been able to sell things he got excited about. And so he knew he was getting excited about food, and he had free time on his hands because he just left financial services, and he started putting together the Spice Up Your Life recipe book.
So the timing was just kind of perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite funny because a lot of my friends thought that I'd been sort of dragged into this business by my dad, and they all expected me to go to university because I was that sort of always that way inclined, and I sort of could have done that. But actually, it's quite funny. I left my job before Dad left his. Really, I left my career path certainly of the education side before Dad left his, and I was doing stuff, and then he asked me to help him out, and I gradually got more and more involved as the markets came together. I sort of Dad and I really both got stuck in, and every day I was doing more and more. I said right, and now we've got a fully functioning sort of food business, which is active pretty much 7 days a week. Sometimes having a couple of days off.
So it's been a real learn on the job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time we've turned a corner, I've rung up friends. So I was on the phone to my accountant for about 6 hours for the first end of year accounts, trying to work out how everything works. I just ask people. There's so much free information. Sometimes it's hard to know what to search for on Google and YouTube and stuff. I need to ask someone about plumbing later on today in-house. But if you ever know someone who knows about something, I definitely recommend to give that person a ring, because talking to someone's a lot better than trying to ask Google.
Yeah. So what would be your advice to someone who's in it, who is maybe feeling a bit in limbo or wants to go and start their own business? Or
I'd say the crucial thing is you've got to have a passion for what you do. A good idea is great in itself, but it's not going to make you a millionaire, it's not going to make you successful. You've got to have passion to back that up and be really willing to do whatever it takes. And that sounds really scary. It's scary. I sort of scare myself every day with my sort of goals and my visions of what I want to do. But I keep on reminding myself of how far I've come, what I've achieved, and also I look to the inspiration. I don't try and emulate other people, but I certainly try and, if they're doing something well, I'll say, well, that's something worth doing as well.
Yeah. So it's real trial and error. It's
trial and error, or trial and improvement, as my teacher taught me in GCSE, but a positive thinking from there. So
that's a nice twist.
Yeah. I thought so. And I looked at people like Richard Branson, so Alan Sugar. There's an uncanny number of people who have very few academic qualifications who are some of the top earners in the world in terms of money and wealth and value creation. So these guys don't have the numbers, the certificates on their CV, but they've got the drive to do it. And they're all different types of characters, and they all go about it different ways. But if you've got a drive to do something, then it's absolutely possible. It might sound a bit sort of like fancy, but they've done it. They've made it happen.
It's kind of true.
I've gone from sort of being a guy who sort of rocked up at his dad's business club meetings, or sort of 7 o'clock on a Friday morning wearing a shirt but not at a time, but not knowing what to say, to I've now sort of had a lot of experience. I've met a lot of people. I had a huge amount of help from others in getting the Spice Chef together. It just makes me sort of tingle when I think about it, and how much you really can tap into the resources around you when you think about it. And it's that drive and that energy which, if you have that passion for an idea, that will make it happen.
Totally.
And it brings together the connections you need.
So from that, what is your vision for Spicy Chef? Where do you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years?
It's something Dad and I have just been putting together, because it's coming up to 3 years now since we started doing the markets. And we're sort of refocusing on how we want Spicy Chef to work. So in terms of the vision going forward, we think sort of wholesale is going to be our way of going forward. So looking at sort of high quality ready meals distributed on sort of initially a local scale and then a national scale. Whether we would be making these ourselves or outsourcing, I'm not quite sure. But that's certainly where we're looking to go. In the immediate future, we're looking to expand our client base on the sort of corporate side and the private orders. The markets are great, but they are prone to sort of weather incidents. When the weather's not so great, the sales reflect that. But there's enormous potential still left in the markets and in other events. We really want to get involved with music festivals next year in 2016. So very exciting times there. I've been in touch with some other guys in the food industry of sort of what equipment they use and how they sort of upscale to that. Quite literally just massive volumes. And as a chef and sort of being involved, well, I won't call myself a chef, but being involved in the food industry, anything that's sort of shiny and silver like a fridge or a big cooking range or saucepan, you get very excited about. So it's going to be sort of investing a whole lot of capital into sort of those sorts of things to make that happen. So in the immediate future, expanding our current client base, and in the future, further on, looking to go forward with more wholesale side of things.
Wonderful. And how can people get in touch if they want to learn more or get involved?
Please visit the Spicy Chef website, www.thespicychef.co.uk. or email me, Alex, ALEX, at thespicychef.co.uk. Spicy spelled SPICY, and all of our tags there. And we also
I had a thing. I had a moment. I didn't know how to spell spicy.
I do get a lot of people asking, does it have an E in it? Yeah.
I was like, is there an E or is there not an E?
And we also have a Facebook page, which is The Spicy Chef UK. And our Twitter handle is _spicy_chef. And if you want to give me a call, 07845 209 158. I'll be happy to have a chat with anyone who's got any questions, or if you're interested in sort of any food or catering or anything at all, please give me a shout.
Cool, so thanks for coming along, Alex. Great to see you, and good luck with everything at Spicy Chef.
Thank you very much for having me, Selina. Much appreciated. Look forward to coming to the Caravan again sometime soon.